newest and hottest drama when we talk about PTN, Path to Nowhere. So a character from Path to Nowhere will be removed from all banners and will no longer be able to be pulled and will have no rerun. Okay? So bad news for Kokalik in CN. Seems the root cause is still aesthetic, though again stemming from multiple complaints to the authorities for it to come to this. This is not happening in global without official word, so stop doom posting about it. Kokalik will remain usable and rollable in global. Original post below now edited. Kokalik is getting removed from all banners with the next maintenance in CN, which is tomorrow in CN time, 9th of November. As to the reason why, it seems to suggest that since the anniversary, there were tons of complaints submitted through official channels regarding her design. At least, that's the gist of gathered. A comment below points out that this may not be the case. Here's another long comment that might also help to give more context about this issue. So Kokalik is a character in Path to Nowhere. So this character is getting removed entirely from the game. I've never heard of things like that before, like a character that's introduced in the game and then they have to like remove it. So she's not... Okay, she's this character by the way. I don't think it's because she's sexy or whatever, so she looks like that, right? So this is how she looks like. She's quite recent in global, so I have no idea what is the problem with this character. She seems fine, right? Let's see. Comment below. Insights from Chinese player. It is quite unlikely that mere appearance or clothing design would warrant such drastic actions. One thing of note is that along with this maintenance, the L to D arts of Hamel, Carbonate and 99 are unfortunately also getting censored, which is the standard action for appearance censoring. So yeah, I don't think it's censorship, because if censorship they would just censor her, not remove her. So why do they need to remove her? Another game's Pretty Derby China server has been removed completely from Chinese App Store due to it contain gambling. Ironic, I know. And since there has been speculation that a big nationwide censoring project has been launched, which will affect multiple gacha games, I personally suspect there is something to do with Kokalik's lines and background in the game as a blatantly rebellious character against authority. Wow. Against authority. The developers just announced this in maintenance notice that Kokalik will be removed from all banners with this maintenance. So she's a standard character. Her whole being is the bane of CCP. She represents a rebellion against the authority, and CCP doesn't like that. Her appearance is just an icing on the cake. So it's basically the character's law. It's someone that rebels against the government. You cannot have a character design against hating the government. It's bad. So obviously they gotta remove it. Makes a lot of sense, actually. If you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. If it's too lewd, they would just censor it, right? They would just add black lines everywhere. So this one makes more sense, I would say, this reasoning, right? The devs just made this announcement that she will be removed from all the banners with this maintenance. Players who still have her and drew and makes, you know, if you have her at high constellation, high dupes and whatever, you will still be able to level her and use her, of course. She's not getting removed from the game entirely, but just from the banners. So new players cannot obtain her. Old players will be able to have her permanently. But new CN chiefs going forward will, as of tomorrow, will not be able to obtain her anymore, making her the first truly limited sinner in the game in a sad way. So she's going to be extremely limited because of that. What a dumb reason. They are that afraid? Of course they are afraid, right? If you are in China, if you're a company in China, the government will shut you down if you don't apply to their law, of course. If your company is in that country, it doesn't matter how it works, right? It might be like easy for you to say, oh, why do you need to listen to the government? If you are operating in that country, you have to follow the country's laws. Whether the law is, logical or not, that's a different story, right? But you sort of have to, right? That's just how it is. It shows how strict the government is over their people. It's pretty sad that it's a fictional character that did this. You know, the the rule is the rule, right? Like, that's just how it is. Like, I know, if you are from America, there's a lot of freedom, obviously, right? Yeah, like companies in America probably won't have to ever face this kind of issue. It's like a different story. But if your company is not based in US, like if based on other countries, it's just all of these laws, these rules might not make that much sense. I understand. I'm sad and angry it's come to this, of course. I'm just hoping that this change won't affect global in any way. There's currently no news going forward as to what they'll do about Cocker League's design. The post itself also doesn't say, but the comment section for the post is needless to say angry. Yeah, this is a little bit upsetting actually. PTN probably only surviving because of CN, no revenue anywhere else. That, and if your game is like, you know, there, probably you still have to comply, right? Unless your company is big enough like MiHoYo that you can like basically move out of China and form like a second parent company elsewhere. Send a truck to drive around the government and problem solve. CN, like, it's kind of hard to balance these things out. Like, you as a, the revenue is there, right? You know that a lot of your audience are probably in the CN server, and you have no choice but to follow the rule there specifically. Censorship for skins in CN is quite normal. What's incredible here is the complete cancellation of a whole character. Her skin, but her stories and appearances too, and what's sad is that all stories related to her were highly praised by the community. I don't remember something as extreme happening in other gacha game. There were some in Azulin as well. I doubt this is going to apply. Okay, let me check this out, alright? I doubt this will apply to the global server. So if I'm not mistaken, Path to Nowhere. Yeah, I think the global one will still be there. There's no reason for them to take out the global one. So Coca League's banner is still there.
Like this flower?
Right, so this is from the official channel. We will see if they remove this, right? So this is the global official channel, right?
Flowers will bloom wherever I go.
Her banner just got released in global.
I cherish and care for every flower in the garden. I hope my nurture will.
Yeah, it's not the sex. I don't think so. I don't think it's her design is too sexual, and I think you can easily censor this. So it's probably like, yeah, something to do with her lore in the story.
So their souls can bloom into the most beautiful flowers.
Or her concept of being rebellious.
Touched by no one, loved by no one.
It's not that sexy. Yeah, it's not because of
It'll bloom even more brightly.
it's not because of the design. That's the thing though, you will have to guess as a player. They won't announce it. The game company won't announce it because they are not allowed to, I think. The government will tell them that, okay, it's because of this reason, and you're not allowed to announce it, so it's like they have to comply to the rule. So players can only guess what the main reason would be. But yeah, anti-authority. Same as every country, they always have to rule to control people. I mean, that's how it is, right? That's how it is. Yeah, different country, different rules. You know, this is like, if you're operating in China, that's how it is. You have to follow their rules, whether you like it or not, right? Wait, remember here. Okay, wait, somebody did mention something very important. Oh yeah, basically it's the lines, her lines and background in the game as a blatantly rebellious character against authority. Yeah, I don't think there's any other character that's like that, right? Like, rebellious against the government. Not sure I believe the CCP speculation. Why else would they remove a character, right? When a company is forced to do something like this, right, to remove a character, probably it's because of the government orders. The only person that can make you do that is the government. Government is always number one. Company don't report to anyone else. There's no reason. The only person that company responds to is the customer, but it wouldn't make sense that the customer is not happy about this character, right? It's already there for a while. I don't see government worker is going to care about PTN story. They'll just see the picture of cockroach surrounded by women and hit the ban button, whatever the actual process is. Half of them are a family, but they could also be a harem. Although we didn't see most of the assassins, a lot of them are likely adults. Several of them are attractive. Things happen with attractive people. Rising up against corrupt authority is a very common theme in CN. I personally still lean towards the fact that it's because of her design. Because let's be frank, she's basically walking around in lingerie, and no other character-based design is even close to that. But I suppose we'll never know for sure. Alright? Yep. So characters are getting removed entirely.